By the way, you can catch my Bible studies at TS or Trey Stokes Daily Bible Studies. And I just put a long one out about how there's no free will. Of course, that's on my playlist. I have a playlist on that also. But I wanted to get back. Actually got rid of one of my, I had everything prepped for this big, um, wanting to take a look at this date. And I lost it. I absolutely positively clicked it by accident. But let's go over it anyway. I still have some items remaining, but think about the Dr. Pepper 10, 2, and 4 logo. So let me find that for you real quick. You check volume again. So yeah, there's a Dr. Pepper logo, and it's their motto is 10, 2, 4, right? Dr. Pepper 10, 2, 4. But on a clock, you begin past the midnight or past the 12 noon because it begins with 1, 2, 3, it goes around. And notice the 4 is not where the 6 is. The 2 is sort of where the 2 is. The 10 is sort of where the 10 is. But the 4 is not, is it? Why is the 4 down at the bottom? Because it's telling you potentially, latest theory, 2 TO 410. 2 April 10th. That's what it's telling you. Doesn't mean that's when it's going to happen, but we're looking at that 2 days before that full moon of the 12th. Let's go take a look at it or take a look at some other items. When he rode the beast around the 500 is the number for Antichristos. Antichrist. When he rode the beast around the 500 Antichrist or the Daytona 500, he did that on 216, which is James Bond's car tag, because 216 is the product of 6 times 6 times 6. When he rode that on 216, 2020 was the first time he did it to our 410 date. If you include both dates, it's a palindrome of 188.1. If you don't include both dates, it's still 188, which is 18, which is 6 plus 6 plus 6. And again, that was 216, which is 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. They did it on February 16th, and it came to 188. The 18 fused with the 88, which is Trump and simple gematria. Then he rode the beast again around the Daytona 500 on 216, which is 53 days. 53, that Herbie the love bug number. Now, my son, who did have my late son, who died on Highway 121, heading to Gainesville. We're in Gainesville, which is, remember, that's Devil's Advocate University. That's where they came and got Keanu Reeves' character out of Alachua County, Gainesville, Florida. They said, "Go Gators" at the beginning, doing shots. He died on Highway 121, heading to Gainesville. Highway 121 takes you right into Gainesville. He had an apartment in Gainesville, which was apartment 121, and he died on the date of 121, which was December 10th, or a 1210 or a 1210. So when I ran his death to our 410 date, it's 121 days. That's what made me start looking at this date, was knowing all the 121s involved. And so I wanted to run 121 days past the time of his death, and it does land on that 410 date. It just turned 1:21 a.m. also. So there's an actress that plays the role of his love interest. James Bond love interest, No Time to Die. Madeline Swan, played by Léa Seydoux. She's born July 1st, 1985. So when you run July 1st, 1985 to the rising date, you do get 9/11. Which was all about 7/11, because September was once the 7th month. So it was really 7/11, and most countries write it backwards than we do. They write the day first. So it was really all about Revelation 11:7, the beast rising, and what rose up, One World Trade Tower. But if you go to the death date of 410 from her birthday, it's 39 years, 9 months, 9 days. Well, remember, 399 is murder in the Jewish or Hebrew gematria. So 399 is coded. I saw 399 coded somewhere else, but that might have been a personal cipher that I was looking at. Like I said, I accidentally eliminated. Yeah, so the 399, I'll tell you another cipher is the midpoint of 2 total lunar and 2 total solar eclipses, which took place also on the day Sirius the Dog Star rose 8/12/2022. The 2 total lunars were 88 days in both directions. The 2 total solars were 251 days in both directions. There's a 399 in the minutes, and it's 138 weeks, which is Donald Trump and Simple Gematria. 138 weeks, 6 days, 1386. 138 being 86. And remember, it's on page 1386 of my dad's old King James Bible, which I've shown y'all before. I'm sure we can search it on one of my websites. But the Zechariah 11:17 Bible verse is on page 1386 of the Bible that I use to do my Bible studies on. I don't know if that's an easy search for us right now. If I just key in 1386, there it is.
So the Zechariah 11:17 verse.
Zechariah 11:17 Bible verse. Woe to the idle shepherd. When I pan back, you're going to see on page 1386. 138 is Donald Trump and Simple Gematria. 86 means to kill or eliminate. Agent 86, Agent 99. So, and it actually falls on that 1386, 138 weeks and 6 days from that midpoint when Sirius the Dog Star rose, midpoint of 2 total lunars and 2 total solars to the 86ing date. It would also be 138 weeks and 8 days on the rising, but that would also flip it to 139 weeks in 1 day, actually. But still, it's 1388. And then there's other personal stuff. Now, the area code of 410 is Baltimore, Maryland. Maryland zip codes are 212, which is the area codes of New York City. It's interesting. The Bullitt Building in the city of London, which sits inside of London, England, on 4/28/2004 to our bullet date, potentially. 20 years, 11 months, 13 days. So you have 201 for event 201, followed by 113 or 11/3. And remember, 11/3 is when World Trade Tower rose. 3/11 was opposite 9/11. It's when they did what they did in 2020. And 2 days later, on 3/13, the president did what he did. I'm really bummed that I did get rid of accidentally clicking. So I don't know what I lost getting rid of another window. But let's continue. So we've done that. We've done that. All right, so we've done that. 11:17, Zechariah 11:17 is the right Bible verse. And of course, they began the Daniel Craig on 11:17 with the movie Casino Royale. Began on Friday, 11/17/2006. Nothing spectacular that I can throw out at y'all. Keanu Reeves, who is in your Devil's Advocate and when we run the Devil's Advocate, it came out on October 17 or 117 for the Beast Rising from the Pit Bible verse. And notice it's 144 minutes. The Devil's Advocate, because it's all about the church. The Antichrist is the Devil's Advocate. When we ran Trump birthday to the Devil's Advocate release date, you get your 18753. So there's that 53 again from the 216 Beast when he rode that around the Daytona 500. So you see how that connects. That's freaky. Along with the 187, which of course, the 187th prime number is 1117, 1117. And 11 times 17 also comes to 187. That's why they use that so freakishly. Point Break. I ran the Point Break, did I? 1991. I don't guess I did. So the guy in George Lazenby, who was James Bond on Her Majesty's Secret Service, he only did one movie, September 5th. When you run him, there's nothing big there. There's something else I wanted to look at, and I can't think of what it was. I really hate that I lost that other item, but that Dr. Pepper 2410, we're going to add this to our playlist of April 10th. This would be the second video. It'll have the Dr. Pepper thumbnail. Anyway, I don't seem to be getting much juice from anybody. I don't know if the AI has any humans watching my channel anymore. I just don't know who is real, what is real out there in the Ethernet of things. How would you know? There's no way to know. If we go to one channel, it's got 20 views.
How's it going, everybody?
It does have 2 likes, but we don't know who did that. No comments. You go to another channel. It's got 1 like, no comments, 13 views.
On my Bible study channel, we'll get
So these could be legitimate people, or it could be AI. 14 views. No likes. Fascinating, right? All right, everybody. Any humans out there, don't hesitate to put something in the comments. Just be glad to know that you're here. And if you're real. All right, love you.